She didn't answer right away. Instead, she lifted a folded, yellowed newspaper clipping from her lap and held it out between two trembling fingers. "I think," she said, voice low but steady, "this belongs to you." Jamal's heart slammed once hard against his ribs. He knew that clipping before he even touched it. 7 years old. Front page of the local art section. The headline that ended his old life. Local guitarist's secret affair destroys marriage. Wife left heartbroken. Pregnant mistress vanishes. His fingers closed around the paper like it burned. "Where did you?" "My name is Elena," she said. "Sophia was my sister." The name hit him like a fist. Sophia. The woman he'd loved for one reckless, stupid season while his wife Mia waited at home, believing every lie he fed her. Sophia, who disappeared the night he chose to crawl back to his marriage and beg forgiveness that never came. Elena's hands rested on the wheels of her chair. "She died 2 years ago. Cancer. Fast." Jamal's knees almost gave out. He pulled out the opposite chair and sat, the clippings shaking between them like a guilty confession. "They're the little boy," Elena continued, eyes never leaving his. "Alex, 6 years old. Looks exactly like you. Same crooked smile. Same way of tilting his head when he's thinking." Jamal couldn't breathe. She kept him. She kept him from you," Elena corrected gently. She was proud. "Hurt. Thought you didn't deserve to be found. But on the night she died, she made me promise to find you anyway. She said, 'Tell him the boy loves music. Tell him the boy deserves his father, even if the father doesn't deserve him.'" A tear slid down Jamal's cheek before he could stop it. He hadn't cried in years. Not when Mia packed her bags. Not when the record deal vanished. Not when he sold his last guitar to pay rent. Elena reached in her bag and slid a photograph across the table. A little boy with his eyes, his curls, holding a tiny plastic guitar, grinning like the world had never hurt anybody. Jamal touched the photo with one careful finger, like it might disappear. "I didn't know," he whispered. "I swear on everything I am, I didn't know." "I believe you," Elena said. "Sophia never put your name on the birth certificate. She wanted to punish you forever." But forever ended when she took her last breath. Silence stretched between them, thick and heavy. The coffee pot hissed behind the counter. Somewhere a spoon clinked against porcelain. Jamal finally looked up. "The accident, your chair, was the night she went into false labor," Elena finished. "I was driving her to the hospital. Black ice. I woke up paralyzed from the waist down. She woke up terrified she'd lose the baby. We both kept living anyway." Jamal's voice cracked. "I'm so sorry." "Don't be sorry to me," Elena said. "Be sorry to the little boy who draws pictures of a daddy he's never met and hides them under his pillow." Jamal pressed the heels of his hands into his eyes until he saw stars. When he dropped them, his face was wet, but his jaw was set. "Where is he right now?" "With my neighbor. Asleep. He thinks he's coming to the park tomorrow to feed ducks." Jamal exhaled, shaky but certain. "Tell him his dad will be there. Tell him I'll bring a real guitar." Elena's eyes softened for the first time all night. "He's gonna love you instantly, you know. Kids don't care about the past. They only care if you show up." Jamal looked down at the clipping one last time, then folded it small and slipped it into his shirt pocket, right over his heart. "I'm showing up," he said. "Every single day for the rest of my life. I'm showing up." Outside, the rain had stopped. A street light flickered on, painting the wet pavement gold. Inside the diner, two broken people sat across from each other, a photograph and an old betrayal between them. And for the first time in years, hope felt closer than regret.
The next morning, Jacob woke to birdsong and sunlight streaming through silk curtains. Sophia peeked in. "Breakfast's ready, Uncle Jacob." Downstairs, Monica sat at a table laden with eggs, bread, and juice. "You're starting work today," she said. "Work?" Jacob blinked. "M-Tech needs you. You were a brilliant data scientist. That hasn't changed." "I'm rusty," he protested. "You'll shine again," she said firmly. That afternoon, Jacob stepped into Mteka's glass tower, greeted by whispers and curious glances. Monica led him to an office with a sign, "Welcome, Mr. Uche, Head of Data Intelligence." "This is yours," she said. Jacob hesitated. "Are you sure?" "Absolutely." Within weeks, Jacob rediscovered his brilliance. He analyzed data, spotted trends, and saved Mtech millions. Monica watched with quiet pride. One day, she dropped a file on his desk. "You just saved us 250 million naira." The board's impressed. "I was just doing my job," he said, stunned. "That's what makes you great." Months passed. Jacob thrived, mentoring analysts and speaking at conferences. Monica laughed more, her evenings spent with Jacob and Sophia on the balcony. One rainy night, she asked, "Why did you say yes that day?" "I thought you were crazy," he admitted. "But there was something in your eyes, grace, maybe hope. I needed it." "And the ring stunt?" "I didn't believe you'd do it." "But you did." 2 months later, at a candlelit dinner on their rooftop, Jacob knelt, holding a platinum ring. "Monica, you gave me my life back. You gave me love, a family, a reason to live. Will you marry me?" "Yes," she whispered, tears streaming. Sophia clapped, and the house erupted in cheers. Their wedding was a spectacle. Dignitaries, tech giants, and celebrities filled Lagos' grandest venue. The media called it a love story written by Grace. 3 years later, Mtech had transformed West Africa's tech landscape, and Monica was pregnant. Their son, Williams Chinedu, was born, a symbol of new beginnings. Sophia, now 7, embraced her role as big sister. Life was full, until another surprise. Years later, Sophia graduated as a doctor at 18, the youngest in her class. At her graduation, she met Obinna, a biomedical engineer. Their connection grew from science to love. 3 years later, Obinna proposed at Sophia's 21st birthday. Monica and Jacob walked her down the aisle at a lavish wedding, their hearts full. 9 months after, Sophia gave birth to Amarachi, meaning God's grace. Jacob held his granddaughter, whispering, "You're born into a miracle." Mteka's 20th anniversary brought a Lifetime Impact Award. At the ceremony, Jacob spoke, "I was lost, but Monica saw me. She gave me a reason to live." This award is a testimony that grace is real, that love is about belief. The crowd roared as Monica joined him, their embrace a symbol of resilience and love. 10 years after that dusty roadside proposal, Monica and Jacob launched the Uche Foundation, a haven for the forgotten, homeless, widows, orphans, offering tech training and second chances. At its opening, Monica declared, "This isn't charity. It's justice." Jacob added, "Monica gave me a reason to live. This foundation gives others the same." Years later, their legacy thrived. Sophia and Obinna's health tech startup soared. Amarachi wrote children's books about her grandparents' love. Williams built coding apps for rural kids. Monica and Jacob, now graying, sat in their garden, watching their grandchildren play. "Do you regret any of it?" Jacob asked. "I regret not meeting you sooner," Monica replied. As Amarachi ran up with a drawing of a woman kneeling before a man, titled "Love Begins Where Pride Ends." Jacob chuckled. "She gets it." Monica kissed her forehead. "She comes from it." Under the Lagos sunset, their love story, born from a single act of belief, continued to inspire, a beacon of hope for all who dared to dream again.